Welcome to This Is the Day, Good Friday edition with me, Bo Chansey.
And me, Ariana Earnshaw. Whoop, whoop.
Woo! Good Friday.
Yeah. Here we are.
Love me some Good Friday.
Yeah.
Good Friday. It's interesting that we, good, the day that we, specifically remember the death and burial of Jesus. Mm-hmm. But, before we jump into, some of the things that we'll do today, I do just want to pause and, remember why this is such a Good Friday, that God would so love us that he would send his one and only son, Jesus, to come and die for us, to lay down his life. That he came not to condemn the world, but to save the world.
Yeah.
So good.
So good.
Yeah. And it's good news for everyone. Mm-hmm. And I think that's one of the really neat things about Easter is it is a time for people to receive good news and to hear good news. And I love, churches like MCC that really work hard to let good news be good news. Yeah. Because we mess that up sometimes. You ever maybe been in a church context where all of a sudden good news became bad? It's like you have this good news, but it's shared in a bad news way or in a mean-spirited way. I hope you never have. I've experienced that. I've probably done it too, unaware or not aware that I've done that. And I just, I love that we get to be a part of what God's doing at MCC, where, the leadership with our church is like, we're going to stay focused on this really great news that is for all the people. Yeah.
Yeah. And getting that news out to all the people.
Right. Yeah.
Resourcing, the people.
For sure. That, really I believe we are very wise with our resources, but we do leverage those resources to try to reach the most people in the shortest time. Yeah. And that's happening. We kicked off our Easter week celebration last night with our first online experience. Yeah. 30-minute episode with the Lord's Supper, and what a gift that was to participate in. And then tonight we'll have our second one, our Good Friday experience with John Rose will be sharing a message. Yeah. Mike Goff.
Sorry. Yeah.
Mike Goff, our Manchester Outpost pastor. And then tomorrow, Saturday at 7 p.m., it'll be John Rose. Yeah. Really exploring that in between, after the death and burial, waiting and what God will do and the hope that we have in him.
Which is really cool. Yeah. Which is really, really cool. One of my favorite messages.
Yeah. And I'm very excited about hearing John Rose, our Concord Outpost pastor, share that. Yeah. And then on Sunday at 8, 9:30, 11, and 12:30 on Facebook, YouTube, and our website, MCC, Manchester Christian Online, MCC Online, ManchesterChristian.com. Sorry. We will have the Easter 30-minute episode focusing on the resurrection. And then again, it will air at 1 and 1:30 p.m. on WMUR on TV.
So cool.
Yeah, so really easy to share with anybody this Easter. Lots of different ways to do that. If you do want to come in person, each of our outposts will have services on Easter Sunday at 9:30 and 11 with a different worship experience than what we're doing online. So if you want to come in person, bring people if you want. If you want to go online, if you want to do both, whatever you want. Want to watch on TV?
Seriously.
It's on TV. Super easy to share this good news.
And all of the online portions will stay up after they air.
Yes.
So that's something that I think is really important and really cool too. It allows us to be able to share it much easier. So if you're sharing with a one or a family member, a friend, whoever, or you yourself want to watch, the chat features will be available when they air at 7 p.m. or on Sunday at the regular times, but they will stay up after so you can send links easy and you don't have to kind of wire around that. Yeah, it's very accessible and very shareable, and I'm really excited.
And even watch all four together at one time if you wanted to do that on Sunday, or share all four that way.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, really jazzed. And it's going to be a lot of fun. And that's why I'm wearing my Easter jacket.
Your Easter jacket.
This is my Easter jacket.
Should have worn my Easter something.
Wanted to get a little more out of it. Look at the lining.
It's cool. It's a cool lining.
I like it.
Yeah.
Makes me feel fancy.
It is fancy.
Okay.
We're kind of matching in color.
Absolutely. No shock there.
It's not my Easter outfit, but it's color vibe.
Apparently you're not as excited as I am. Not that it's a competition, but if it was, I won.
Nuh-uh.
Oh, really? I'm not falling for that.
I wish I could fake cry.
I know nobody believes you.
I would be unstoppable if I could fake cry. but I can't.
You can't.
God humbles me that way.
No, see, I feel like I'm being set up right there, because if you ever do cry,
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to be destroyed.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, because it's not fake.
You've said you can't fake
I can't.
the cry. I'm like, okay.
And some people can. I've seen people do it, and I think it's awesome.
Liza can.
It's so,
My daughter
I'm like,
Liza.
wow. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I cannot do it.
I could probably make myself cry. I'm not gonna.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. I'm very tender-hearted.
You can just make yourself cry. You can't fake cry, but you can make yourself cry.
Yeah, I would go to that place.
Yeah, I can go there. I can bring it there at any time.
Wow.
But I can't do it
I've
fake.
got stuff in here. Let me stir it up.
I'll cry right now. Don't test me.
You think I can cry?
It's right at the surface at all times.
so
I'm
yeah.
suppressing. No.
My problem is once I start, man, we're going. You know, I don't do things like halfway. Like,
Can't just be like a little.
no, we're going snot bubbles and.
Oh, really?
You're like,
No, I can cry. Like, I find that I can cry. I cry a lot. Just, it's not a bad thing necessarily. I cry at happy things too. But I can cry for like 5 seconds and then be like, okay. I'm done. I don't have to go. But I think it's because I cry so often. It's not like,
yeah.
it's just like, oh, that was fun.
Yeah.
That was really fun.
I'm a ticking time bomb of emotion.
Right. Great. So one of these days,
We're gonna have Cry Fest on This Is the Day.
fun. So stay tuned for that.
Nobody ever comments. They don't like or share the show.
So share the show or we're gonna cry for a half hour.
They're like, oh, I want to see.
They're like, they took back their share. They unshared it. They're
Unshare. All right. All right. You know what we have today?
like, okay, yeah.
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 We have it. It's a
Proverb of the day.
It's the proverb of the day. It's the proverb of the
day. What?
Prime example of oversinging.
I thought that maybe
Prime
you would
example
have
of
liked that.
oversinging. We have talked about it. I've given you notes.
Yeah, but you've also given me notes on how to sing well, and I thought that I was implementing those notes.
You got to get in your zone and stay there. Don't deviate from the
I
zone.
thought that
You
was
stepped out the
tasteful
zone.
zonage.
No, you left the zone.
Sorry, I tried.
I don't even know if I can read this anymore.
You're gonna have to try. Sorry, I
The sad
distracted
thing
you.
is, I actually teared up. That one did it. I was so disappointed in you.
I can see the gloss. Okay, well,
oh, man.
great.
Okay.
Now we know.
Yeah.
My horrible singing, but
Your
over the
horrible
edge.
singing.
That'll make him cry.
Is what makes me cry.
Okay, whatever. Okay.
Proverbs
Yeah, we
2,
gotta
verse
recover.
6.
Okay, yeah.
Proverbs 2, verse 6 says, "For the Lord gives wisdom. From his mouth come knowledge and understanding." I'll read it again. "For the Lord gives wisdom. From his mouth come knowledge and understanding." All right, what jumps out at you there?
His mouth.
Okay.
Because I think sometimes it's easy to get wrapped up in like, well, where do you get wisdom? Well, I'll just find it. It'll just happen. Like, I don't know, like wisdom, and wisdom comes from a lot of places. Like you can find wisdom in conversation with others. I'm not saying like that's off the table. But I think it's important to understand that we can't just teach ourselves wisdom. We can't just give ourselves wisdom. It can't come from like, well, I possess all these things and I can kind of just, pour into myself in that way. But from his mouth, the mouth of God, God's word and God's teachings and understanding, from that comes wisdom. And I think that's really important to differentiate that it comes from his mouth.
Yep.
And from his teachings.
I would, maybe take it a step in that same direction, in that same vein, and say that when we do receive wisdom from other people, that wisdom still originates from God.
Yeah. Yes.
It's still from his mouth. Now it may be
Yes.
then moving through another source.
Yes.
But-
Right, and that's what I mean. If it's not circulating from, and it's not originating from God, that's not the source. Then
Oh,
it's
sure.
like, ooh.
Or if it runs contrary to his
Yeah.
character and who he is and his commands and what he's called us to, then, it's not
Yeah.
real wisdom.
And I think sometimes we can kind of get wrapped up in like what feels wise for us, and it's not actually God's wisdom. Like we're like, oh, it would be wise to X, Y, Z, and you're like, yeah, no, that checks out. Like that to me, just in my brain, makes
Yep.
total sense, and that is what we should do. And let's do it. But then when you talk to God and you hear his wisdom, it's like, whoa, that's totally contrary to what God is saying and what he is telling me and what he's revealing, which sometimes feels crazy. It feels like to us, like, well, no way.
It is.
That could not be. But it is, and it's wise in him.
Often counterintuitive,
Yeah,
right?
it's
Because
just crazy.
in a world that revolves around Bo, where I'm the center of everything, and my desires are paramount, and my will is higher than the will of all others. Well, in that case, I've got some wisdom, and I'm going to do
Right.
these things in
Yeah.
these ways to accomplish that means.
Right.
Right. To make that happen. And then, but God's wisdom is about him and his glory and others and,
Yeah.
his kingdom and his righteousness and eternity. And it's so much greater and so much better that if I'm still processing through, well, what is best for this guy?
Yeah.
What I got to look out for number one. Well, then, no, his wisdom, it feels like foolishness. Because it
Yeah.
is. It would be foolish.
You're probably harming others in the process if you're only thinking about yourself as well. So it's like, well, that's not what God has.
Of course, if I'm going to exalt myself, I'm probably going to put down others in the process. I'm going to squash you to lift me up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not everybody can be a great encourager like me, giving you these notes on singing.
No, and I value that wisdom. However, I'm not sure that it comes from God.
Oh, how dare you? So true. But yeah, so the wisdom of the Lord will always be about him and who he is and what he's up to and who
Yeah.
he invites us to be in him. And that is a true blessing.
Yeah, it's really awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Very, very true. Now, we want a prime example. Like that wisdom right there comes from the mouth of the Lord.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Right from it.
yeah. And then we got this calendar that does not.
Just spews nonsense.
It's just this one page a day. It's one of those fun facts.
Oh, great. They're always so fun.
What are they? What is it?
They're so
It's
fun.
a fun fact.
Fun fact.
There it is.
Can't believe you made me do that.
Yeah, it wasn't that hard. You
It was
were
hard for my
chomping at the
soul.
bit.
It was hard for my soul.
Was it?
A little bit.
I don't know. It's the most alive I've seen you in quite some time. Who hurt you, Ariana?
Fun fact. Wow.
Fun fact. There
You're
was
doing
again.
really
Yeah.
good.
You lit up. Yeah. Yeah.
No.
You're glowing.
No, I'm not. No. The calendar
That's
cannot
all right, well,
win.
Okay, here's the fun fact.
Fun fact.
About 700 grapes go into one bottle of wine. That's approximately 2.6 pounds, if you're wondering how much fruit you get when you uncork your favorite red.
That's actually less than I would think.
Okay? I've never thought about it.
Me either till this moment, but then.
Wait, there's grapes in wine?
No.
Okay, how many grapes are in grape nuts, though?
What?
Well, okay, 2.6 pounds of grapes in a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
What about in a box of grape nuts? How many grapes you got in that?
I don't know what grape nuts are.
Cereal?
What?
Grape
Oh,
nuts
it's a cereal.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying, are you
cereal?
serious? But I thought you were saying,
cereal?
Are you cereal right
You
now?
cereal?
Are you serious? Are
Cereal?
you literally
You
cereal? Oh, yeah, okay. Sorry, I wouldn't have come up with the fact that it's a cereal on my own, but now that you said it's a cereal, I can recall. But no, I've never had them.
It's not what I asked. I just
What
want
did
to
you
know.
ask?
I want to
I
know
stopped
how many
listening.
grapes are in a box of grape nuts. If there's 2.6 pounds of grapes in a bottle of wine, how many grapes are in a box of grape nuts? How many pounds?
I'm gonna be really honest with you.
Okay.
I think it's 0.
How can that be?
I think it's just the name.
What?
I think it's just the name of the cereal. I don't think it has grapes.
Why is there
Okay.
grapefruit when grapes are already a fruit?
That's a good point. Why? Is it a grapefruit?
It's confusing.
It is confusing.
We already have a grapefruit.
Well, which came first, the grape or the grapefruit?
I don't know that it matters, but then you got this.
No, I think it does matter.
We got this giant fruit. I think he's just throwing his weight around. He liked the name grape. Mm-hmm. And the grapefruit's like, well, I'm like one of the biggest fruits. So what are you gonna do about it, little grapes?
Yeah, but what if the grapefruit came first, and then grapes were like, oh, we really like the grapefruit. We want to be like the grapefruit, but we can't call ourselves the grapefruit, but we are a fruit, so why don't we just call ourselves grapes?
And like they got a whole bunch of them together?
Yeah, a whole bunch of them. And they decided as the bunch to call themselves grapes.
That's a juicy rumor you're starting there.
It is, and I'm just wondering, what came first, the grape or the grapefruit?
I don't know, but we should concentrate on this page.
Okay.
Okay.
Concentrate on it?
What? Did I miss something?
No, it was good. It was really good.
Okay.
It was good.
Fun fact.
Fun fact.
That was a grape time.
Lots of grapes. It was grape time. Mm-hmm. Grape time. Mm-hmm. We really just squeezed that in there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you done?
It's processing.
I mean,
it's
like,
processing.
we exhausted this whole vine, right? Like, it's
No, well, one more is processing.
Okay.
Give me a second.
Nope.
Nope. Nope. I just realized what I was trying to make a pun out of actually isn't even
Not gonna work?
Not gonna work at all.
Okay.
So we're gonna leave that one there.
So put a cork in it.
Okay, great.
There it is.
Good one. Great.
Yeah.
No, this
Keep
is
that
good.
bottled up.
Yeah, no, I have a lot of fun when we do this.
Fun fact.
You know, I have a just really quickly tell a small story. I have a document in my notes on my phone that I started at the beginning of This Is the Day with every episode and every timestamp in which you and whoever was hosting with you did more than 2 puns in a row.
Okay.
And it's like scroll, scroll, scroll. And I was gonna put them, at some point I will put together all of these clips, but it just got overwhelming. I was like, you do your 2, I can't, this takes hours, it's gonna take me hours.
You know what that story was?
What?
Pun fact.
It was literally a pun fact.
That's what I said.
No, I know.
Except I
It's
said
just-
pun fact.
Yeah, but it wasn't a pun because it was a fact.
Well, this whole segment's been pun packed.
Move on. What are we celebrating?
I don't know. Oh, there's a day. Oh,
There's a day.
there is a day.
There's a day.
Usually I enjoy this very much.
The day part?
Yeah.
The celebration?
I like the celebrations.
You
'cause I
celebrate like everything.
I like to celebrate.
Yeah.
Sometimes I need a reason. I don't know how to feel about this one, though.
Okay.
It's National Ferret Day.
That's fun.
Why is that fun? The ferret?
I love the fair.
Wait. National Ferret? What do you mean?
Yeah, it's like when, like okay, you're telling me you seriously never experienced this day before?
No.
I thought people had.
Like Ferret Day.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Okay, so you know how you can't, okay, here in New England, we
Right.
can't go to the fair. It's a New England specific thing, so maybe you just haven't experienced it yet here, because you didn't grow up here. Anyways, whatever.
Like the Deerfield Fair?
No, it's different. It's different, but it's specific to the region.
Okay.
So here in New England, we can't go to the fair all year round because of the weather.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
So we choose a day each year, and it changes. It changes. The day isn't always on April 2nd. It'll change. But we pick a day where we fair things, so we can experience the fair because we've been without the fair for so long. We can't wait till fair season. It's just a little bit too long. Like, it's a few more months till fair season, but we need to experience the fair, so we're gonna fair things.
Okay.
So like,
So you're saying
just things like I'm making a meal. I'm making my breakfast this morning, right?
Right.
So for breakfast this morning, normally I would make pancakes.
Right.
Right? But instead I made fried dough. So I faired it.
You Ferret Day.
Ferret day.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So you can do it with all kinds of things.
Right. So like, I wanna. It's Ferret Day.
Mm-hmm.
So I should go to the ATM, get out a lot of cash, and just go throw it away.
No. You have to go in. Okay. I'm going to teach you a lesson.
What'd you do with your cash? Ferret!
No, but there's a step before that.
Oh, I
You have to go into the bank and you have to get it all in quarters.
In quarters?
In quarters.
Yeah.
And then you can go throw it away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why?
Because a lot of games at New England fairs aren't a full $1.
No?
No, 75 cents.
Well, that feels a lot better.
Well, no, but you're going to spend approximately $300, but it's just going to be across a whole day.
Yeah.
Maybe a weekend.
Ferret.
So you just got to Ferret.
Got a ferret.
Like, I typically choose, when I watch movies or shows, to eat like a sweet snack instead of like a salty snack, but I will be eating popcorn today.
Because you're going to ferret.
Because I'm going to Ferret.
Uh-huh.
And when I go home, like I'm going to go grocery shopping before I go home. And if I hit below the price range that I wanted to spend, I'm going to be receiving at the registers, only on this day, they're going to give me a little stuffed animal prize. So you have to blind, so it's like a game. You go to the grocery store, you have to kind of like blind choose your items, but you keep it below a certain price. And then when you bring it up, if it's below that certain price, then they give you a prize. And it's a little stuffed animal. It's kind of cool.
Okay.
So Ferret.
Ferret day.
People all across New England are going to be fairing it today, so
Okay.
it's fun. Yeah, you really haven't ever experienced this?
Uh-uh.
It happens every year.
I just pictured those little weasel creatures. Ferrets? They
Don't know about them.
kind of creepy.
Do they exist here?
I don't know. In the
Oh.
wild?
Okay, no, just
People
like,
have them as pets, I think.
oh. No, I don't think that's what the day is.
Okay.
Ferret.
I appreciate that.
Okay.
Yeah. Good job.
Yeah.
Happy Ferret Day.
Yeah. Go Ferret. Deep fry some stuff. Deep fry a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. Deep fry everything.
Deep fry everything. You're
You
making
wanna-
a steak, deep fry it.
Deep fry a ferret. What? What? That's...
You said it.
What?
I didn't bring you. That was all you.
Why
That
is
was all
PETA
you.
lighting up the comments?
They were just having a good old time, and then you said that, and they were like, red flags, red flags, red flags.
I got this. I'm over this like ferret on the step. Ferret?
I'm like, that's not what I meant, but okay.
Ferret?
Ferrets are kind of annoying, though. They don't smell very good. So, do with them what you will. Just kidding.
No.
Just kidding.
No,
they
that's
are
horrible.
pets, and they are lovely. They're soft rodents. And I guess that's fine if you like that.
They scurry.
They scurry.
I've clearly stated my premise on scurrying.
I scurry.
I know, so I'm terrified of you.
Maybe I'm related to the ferret.
That's why I stay 6 feet apart at all times.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll do a Trivial Pursuit?
Sure.
Okay. 6 questions on the Trivial Pursuit card. I'm going to guess it all 6, and it's Ferret Day, so you need a prize.
That
You
is
need a
true.
prize.
That's true.
You need a prize. We got Fun Dip right here.
Yeah, which is such a fair item.
Like some cherry yum diddly dip in that box.
Come
I've seen
on.
it. I've tried it. It's delicious. You want to win. So the only way to win is to play. You got to guess. I'm going to guess it all 6. I want you to guess it all 6. Original 1981 edition, 40th anniversary edition, oldest cards, newest cards. You going old or new?
I'm gonna go new.
Oh, go new again.
We're just doing a lot of new.
Doing a lot of new.
I gotta switch it up, you know?
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
ready?
Yep.
You ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Blue.
Blue. Geography.
Which U.S. city is home to High Line Park, which used to be an elevated train track?
Which U.S. city is home to Highline Park, which used to be an elevated train track? Chicago.
Final answer.
No. San Francisco.
Final
No. Philadelphia. No.
Just keep going through your nose.
U.S. city?
Yep.
Seattle. No. An elevated train track?
Yep.
You said like above ground.
Yeah, I just was making sure that I read it right.
Pittsburgh.
Sweet. Elevated
Did I say Philadelphia?
train track. You sure did.
I have no idea. D.C.
Final answer.
Yeah.
New York City.
Really? The obvious one? That's dumb.
Pink.
Pink Entertainment. I'm playing with an attitude now.
Vicky, Gina, Lori, Joe, and Kimberly are the original stars of which reality TV show?
Real Housewives of Orange County.
Correct.
Oh, come on. No. Please tell me you're messing with me.
That's right.
That's so dumb.
Yellow.
Yellow history.
Who saved George Washington's portrait from the White House when the British attacked during the War of 1812?
Who saved it?
Yeah.
Jackson.
Dolly Madison.
Dolly Madison? Mm-hmm. And her delicious snack cakes?
Maybe. I don't know.
I've never heard that before. Okay.
Yeah. Purple.
Purple, art and literature.
What is the title of Tom Clancy's debut novel, which President Ronald Reagan said was his kind of yarn?
The Hunt for Red October.
Correct.
I did not know that
That's
either.
correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Green.
Green, Science and Nature.
Which word describes 1,024 terabytes of data? Exabyte, petabyte, petabyte, or zettabyte?
Zettabyte.
Petabyte.
Yeah.
It's 1 trillion bytes.
Ferret.
Orange.
Orange. Sports and leisure.
Soccer star Cristiano Ronaldo is named after whom?
Jesus.
Final answer.
No. What's his name? Cristiano?
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, it kind of makes sense to say Jesus. Who's he named after?
Yep.
St. Christopher.
Wait, what?
I don't know.
Oh. Ronald Reagan.
No, he's not.
Yes.
Ronaldo? He's named after Ronald Reagan?
Yeah. His
Okay.
dad's favorite actor.
No, that's sad. That's really sad.
That's what it says.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was a card.
That happened. Okay. All right. People are like, I knew he watched The Real Housewives.
Yeah.
Never missed a season.
Yeah, no.
Really into it.
I've never even seen a season.
Me either.
Lie. Liar.
Well, that Joe's a Spitfire. I think that was one of them. All right, you want to do an everyday with Jesus?
Yes.
All right. Our thought for the day says, submission is the key to experiencing true spiritual oneness with God. When we submit to God, the great distractions lose their appeal. Lots of great distractions. And then the scriptures, Job 22:21, submit to God and be at peace with him. In this way, prosperity will come to you. Submission is key. Without submitting to God and his wisdom, like we talked about, then I think we're always exalting ourselves over him and going our own way.
Yeah. That's hard sometimes.
All
the time.
Well, I don't know, most of the time.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
Two extremes. I'm in the middle. I'm like, no, no.
Well, I mean, you could err. I mean, I think there are times when it is exceptionally challenging, and then there's other times where maybe through experience we've learned, I'm not going there. I'm
Yeah.
gonna submit to God.
Yeah. But it's so good. What he
Like
has for us
finances
so good.
is a great one, for me that, like, submitting that to him now, like in the tithe and giving, is not hard. It's
right.
a joy.
Yeah, true.
But at one time, it was in my life, it was so hard that it was unimaginable.
Yeah.
It is impossible to do that. It is unreasonable to do that. I could never imagine even doing that. And now, after
Now it
time of
brings-
that, I was like such a blessing that I couldn't imagine not doing. You know what I mean?
Such
Like,
joy now.
yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
This is so cool. He transforms us
For sure.
in such cool ways.
Love it.
Sweet.
Love it. So, hey, Easter weekend, we look forward to celebrating with you, and we really do want you to be resourced to share this great news with your ones that you're praying for every day. God, please give us one person to share your love with. So let's go out of our way to share his love.
Yeah.
And use these resources that are available to you.
Let's do it.
All right. Happy Easter.